Welcome back to the second part of O-LCA.
Moving on to the technical framework of O-LCA, how do we actually start? First, define the goal and scope of the assessment by the organization. We can do this by asking ourselves a few questions. How is it being assessed? Who is using the result and what it needs to be assessed? Moving on to the benefit of applying O-LCA, it helps organizations to achieve different goals. The first goal, analytical. Second, managerial goal. And the third goal, societal goal. Under analytical, O-LCA helps organizations to gain insights in the internal operations value chain. It helps to understand the relationship between the activities and processes involved in the value chain as a whole and the environmental impact of its product. It also helps organizations to track its environmental performance over time, both at the inventory and impact level. Performance tracking responds to multiple organization necessities. Besides, it also helps organizations to understand risk and impact reduction opportunities, as organization is able to identify which area is at risk and where opportunities exist for resource efficiency and emission mitigations. O-LCA also helps to identify environmental hotspots by having relevant contributions to the impact. Under managerial goal, it helps to get support for strategy decision, as it helps to understand risks and reduction opportunities, provided a solid foundation for strategy making at different levels. O-LCA also reduces operational costs. A better insights of operation may result in cost efficiency. It also gets the basis of environmental communication with stakeholders and reporting. O-LCA supports reporting required by regulator authorities via the analytic data it provides. Besides, O-LCA helps to achieve managerial goals by showing environmental awareness with marketing purposes and improve organization procedures, as increasing the knowledge and understanding of internal processes contribute to better management of operations along the value chain. For example, the development, improvement or expansions of systems for gathering and managing environmental and activity data may be encouraged by the demand of O-LCA data, which in turn benefits overall organization management control system. Finally, it contributes to the societal goal. It benefits the environment by reducing pressure, as the action will guide to reduce overall resource consumption at the emissions, as well as to enhance environmental tool within stakeholders. After reporting and communicating the organization environmental awareness, it may also motivate consumers to adopt more environmental friendly practices. To remind back what we have discussed, what are the 3 goals we can achieve through O-LCA? Did you manage to get that right? Moving on, what are the specific situations for the implementation of O-LCA based on experience? We are looking into implementation in small and medium organizations, as O-LCA considers the complexity that may arise from evaluating larger organizations. The implementation pathway looks into different factors such as sector, regions, experience, besides the size of the organization. Specific instructions are included to further clarify and guide the organizations. There are 3 main dimensions that lead an organization to O-LCA, which is the data the organization currently owns for its sites, the information it has for its product lifecycle, as well as where the organization evaluates the entire organization and value chain but only one environmental indicator. The first pathway, which is the limited initial environmental experience information. Organization which has little to no experience in environmental analysis tool. O-LCA will help to establish general conceptions of the environmental performance that will assist with the setting of targets. It also helps to prioritize where additions, implementations of other environmental assessment tools at the organization level, such as EMS or product level, such as design for environmental process, can be more valuable. Pathway 2 is existing environmental assessment, which organizations already apply the gate-to-gate approach, with previous analysis cover all the processes that take place in the organization of its production sites. O-LCA can help to identify further improvement opportunities throughout the value chain, supplier, or end-of-life stages for its product. Common framework on sites such as gate-to-gate corporate, eco-balance, and environmental audits. More than 300,000 organizations are certified with the ISO 14001 environmental management system through developing of EMS in their organization, which achieve high maturity. Pathway 3, existing life cycle assessment in the product level. Organization already have assessed its environmental performance of a significant share of its product in the portfolio and now want to assess the entire organization. O-LCA will bring a more comprehensive understanding of the organization environmental performance beyond product assessment. It helps to identify which business division, brand, region, or facility studies have major impacts. Pathway 4 is existing single indicator environment assessed at the organization level and including value chain. These are for organizations that have assessed the environmental performance for the organization and its value chains for the single impact category indicator, such as the GH3 Protocol Scope 3 standard is the most well-known methodology for this type of assessments. It focuses on emissions and water. The O-LCA framework considered as an environmental multi-impact assessment which helps to identify impacts beyond just climate change and water use. This has been encouraged by the Greenhouse Gas Protocol Initiative, which established partnership programs in countries like Brazil, China, India, Mexico, and also Philippines. Beside the 4 pathway, organizations may also build on knowledge and data acquired from the other environmental analysis tools, such as resource efficiency and cleaner productions by United Nations Environmental Programme. It helps to facilitate the applications of O-LCA as described as preventive approach to the environmental management that refers to how goods and services are produced with the minimum environmental impact under present technologies and economy limits without denying growth. Comprehensive assessment means that significant environmental data such as resources consumption, emissions to airs, water, and land has been collected on sites as a first step towards selecting the best management options and can be supported by Pathway 2. The other pathways such as corporate writing, which is a volunteer sustainability reporting such as CSR, GRI, CDP, etc. This reporting supports organizations' unique main emissions and resources. Organization existing preliminary data for one or more indicator at inventory and gate-to-gate level or pictures of stakeholders inside or outside of the gate. Sustainability reporting may consist the result from assessment obtained with environmental tool described inside the pathway. To sum up, what are the factors that help to determine the implementation for specific pathway for O-LCA? You look up to size, region, sector, and experience. And what are the 3 dimensions that leads an organization to O-LCA, which is data, information, and the single environmental indicator that the organization currently implements.
Thank you so much for your attention.
Hello everyone, let's learn about the framework of organization lifecycle assessment. In technical framework of organization lifecycle assessment, the first step is to define your goal and the scope of the organizations. And how do we start? The first step is to start questioning yourself the WH question. We can use the questioning method to define our goal, what is organization lifecycle assessment being conducted, who will use the result, and what wants and needs to be assessed. To define the scope, we can then ask ourselves what is going to be analyzed and how is it going to be analyzed. Once we've got the answer, we will know that what approach we can use. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we will learn more about why do we need to apply organization lifecycle assessment. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about why we need or want to apply organization lifecycle assessment within our organization. Organization lifecycle assessment helps us to achieve few goals: analytical, managerial goal, and also societal goal. For analytical, it helps us to gain insights in internal operations and value chain. It also helps us to identify environmental hotspots. Besides, it also helps us to understand risk and impact reductions opportunities. Also, it helps us to track environmental performance. In terms of managerial goal, it supports strategic decisions and improve organization procedures. It gets the basics for environmental communications with stakeholders and reporting. It also helps us to reduce operational costs and show environmental awareness with marketing purposes. Whereas if you aim for a bigger goal, achieve societal goal, it helps to reduce pressure on the environment as well as to enhance environmental tools within the stakeholders. Thank you so much for watching. Next time we're going to talk about how and what are the pathways to organizational lifecycle assessment. Hello everyone. On the last video we talked about the benefits of applying lifecycle assessment within the organization. Today we're going to talk about what are the pathways available and what are the conditions or requirements in order to implement organization lifecycle assessment. One of the very first options is when your organization has little or no experience in environmental analysis tool and never performs any. Organization lifecycle assessment will help you to establish general conceptions on environmental actions and also continuous improvement. Option 2 is when you already have an existing environmental assessment, which can be gate-to-gate approach. This can also help support the organization to identify further improvement opportunities throughout the value chain. 3 is when you already have a lifecycle assessment in the product level and now you want to assess all organizations. Kudos to you. Organization lifecycle assessment will help bring more general and comprehensive understanding of the organization's environmental performance beyond the individual results for the product previously assessed. Pathway 4 refers to the organization that have assessed the environmental performance of the organization and its value chain for a single impact category indicator, such as the GHG Protocol Scope 3 standard. The O-LCA framework is considered a multi-impact assessment, should identify beyond climate change or water use, for example. And if you don't fit any of these pathways, the other pathways such as resource efficiency and cleaner productions under UNEP 2014 may also facilitate organizational lifecycle assessment, as it is like a prevention approach to environmental management. Besides, another source of environmental insights in the applications of voluntary sustainable reporting such as CSR, GRI, CDP, and etc. As a conclusion, there is no one-size-fits-all for all. It looks into the organization experience, size, sector, and also regions. I hope you learned some of the experience-based pathway that your organization can implement organizational lifecycle assessment. Thank you for watching.